Guys, and welcome to VollGazzRacing Season 12, Division 1, Round 6, here at Donington Park. So, we are just waiting for Fadley to fully connect to the lobby and we can get going. So it is wet conditions, and it seems to be quite wet. So for qualifying, at least, the riders are going to get a good chunk of laps, but it does dry up quite quickly. So they've got to be careful. And the first rider out on track is going to be the championship leader VTR, who went the whole weekend without winning last week. So he'll be hungry to take victory at home. But if Division 2 is anything to go by, I think it's going to be quite difficult to... the one who doesn't crash will win, as VTR's taking a very nice shortcut here. Somehow he's not... I don't quite understand how he's not gone down on the wet tyres, but definitely saving as much lap time as possible to get... I still think it's possible to do 3 laps. Might be actually, we're giving his corner cutting up. He's going to cut straight across for... Yeah, this might be possible, you know? Yeah, it is. He's going to get 3 goes at this. Unbelievable. So VTR into the final corner. And he will get 3 laps at this. So, but the thing is, the track is at its best right at the end. So, whoever starts the last lap on 001, or as close to, will have the best chance of taking pole position. As VTR now flies down Hollywood into the Craner curves. Crane has claimed 1 victim. Earlier on in Division 2. And imagine he'll probably claim another victim today in Division 1. Into McLean's, staying away from the curbs. The first lap's is all about the banker. Because the thing is, the track's going to get drier, but the tyres are going to get less grips and hotter, so it's a bit of a 50-50 really. As Aaron's gone down at McLean's, Schmoyes has gone down. I can't quite tell where he's actually gone down, but he went down somewhere into the Melbourne Loop. Hard on the brakes into Goddard's, and VTR will exit the final corner, and whoa, and Schmoyes at a big high side, but he crossed the line. It's a 32-3. Shea is wildcarding today, and he is on for a good lap. Craig apparently is on a good lap, but we'll see how it goes. Is he now going to cross the line? Does he go to pole position? He does, by quite a sizable margin. People are going to the box, so they're not going to get another lap at this. Shea and Hulikos at their times, they go 2nd and 4th. Jack Berman having some form of nightmare at the Melbourne Loop. Finley, and I think what's probably which is going to be his first wet session on the game, Swiss cross the line, and he goes to 3rd. Finley, he did win the Division 2 championship in Season 5. And one of the races that won him the championship was the wet. He didn't win the wet condition. I can't remember if he actually did win the wet conditions. Oh, there's a big slide. But he definitely, the championship winning rides were in the wet. I remember that. Jack Berman, who was in the past games has been a renowned wet weather specialist, and 25 seconds off pole, not where I'd expect. So VTR 3 red sectors. I mean, you got to expect red sectors, especially on the final laps. But VTR, oh, there's a big moment on the front end into the braking zone. But VTR is going to be the only one. Is going to be the last rider to cross the line. So that could be a big thing. He crossed the line and he only goes third. But he will get another lap at it. I'm currently in 10th on his last lap. He's only going to get one actual lap, and so that's reps running really wide. With Schmoy's following the Repsol Honda rider. Aaron sliding in the rear. Somebody is in front of him. I don't quite know who it is. As Reps has gone down at Goddard's, and that's his session over. Aaron crossed the line and goes 7th. Finley, where is he? This could be his best qualifying of the season for sure. Finley up to the line, where does he go? Onto the front row. Front row start for Finley at the moment, or is his brother going to take it away from him? Up towards Goddard for the final time. Goddard has probably been in the corner where everybody's crashed. And there goes Jack. He loses the front and he's gone down. So Finley will start on the front row of the grid for the first time in a long time. Well, that'll definitely be a good confidence boost, and the wet weather proving pivotal. As VTR 3 red sectors with the dry surface now. He's got more grip. Oh, that very strategic opening lap coming into big dividends here potentially. He doesn't have a big moment on the front end like last time. And I think this is going to be pole position for the championship leader. It's not. It is not. So Craig, with an amazing last sector, is going to take. I'm surprised that he holds pole position on his opening lap. VTR is 2nd, Finley 3rd, Shea 4th, Fadley 5th, Hulikar 6th, Aaron 7th, Jack Berman in 8th, Schmoy's 9th, Reps in 10th, and Amir should be arriving right about now. So I'll restart the log. I'll give the guys a practice run at turn 1. And then I will wait for Amir to arrive. So this will be an 8-lap sprint, and Amir's just joined. And the track does look quite dry, to be fair, so these guys might have escaped, but I'm looking forward to this, you know, because this could be really topsy-turvy order. I don't think somebody might know, nobody's disconnected, right? I'll just give these guys a chance at turn 1 because it's the most likely place people can go down. And Craig has a fantastic start. VTR's dropped all, he's plummeted down to 7th, 8th, 9th. Maybe people seem to have got through. Oh, Aaron went down.
Let's take a look at the final classification.
There's Aaron there, you can see him. He's just resting there. Right, let's get this show on the road. Just double check out that grid order is correct. For a sprint, a wet sprint at Donington Park. It was dry but windy all of yesterday. It was dry and windy in the morning and midday, but come the afternoon the rain fell. And that put a stop to the final session of BSB testing. So, unfortunately for these guys, it means it's the first wet race since Sepang. But I ain't complaining. I've been fed up of cloudy conditions for the past 10 rounds, and I'm glad we finally got some extra special weather to. You can always rely on British weather to throw things up, shake things up even. Yep, nobody disconnected, thankfully, so we can wait for everybody to ready up, get their setups correct, and hopefully we had a very entertaining sprint race with championship contenders flying all over the place, going from big gaps in the championship to gaps shrinking in a manner of laps. So, you know, we've had leaders drop from first to fifth in one lap. You know, it's just like basically the only way only way I can put it simply is stay on. You're probably going to end up on the podium. Just waiting for Amir, who's obviously got to try and figure out his setup, or remember what his setup is in the track. The track looks dry, so we're going to get a lot of grip, but the tyre wear is going to be absolutely terrible.
Moments to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more, and Donington will become the scene of a real battle between the riders.
So here we go. The lights are on. And we're off. And it is the two Mooney 46 Acacias who get the best start. Unfortunately, Finley seems to have some kind of spin into turn one. And Shea's going to take the lead into Redgate. Medusa's gone well off. Finley's gone down at turn one. Shea's gone straight on and VTR takes the lead as they head down towards Craner Curves. And VTR holding off the pole man. With Fadley in there. So it's VTR, Craig, Jack Berman, Fadley and Hulikar, Aaron in 6th. Finley is 11th and Shea, who broke himself at Redgate. Oh my dear lord. Where has Reps... So Reps has had a lag crash with Shea, I believe. And somebody's he's just about to come out in front of Finley, so he hasn't lost actually that too much time. As Craig's turned around the outside of VTR into Foggies, there's no way that's going to work. Or is it? He's going to try and undercut him. He's going to get the run. He's going to turn to the inside for Melbourne Loop, and Craig takes the lead off the race ahead of VTR, but VTR's going to have the inside line for Melbourne now. And VTR retakes the lead. The two make a bit of contact. Hulikar, one of the championship contenders, has gone down, and Finley, I think, he's stricken back potentially. So Finley having a lot of bad luck at the moment, and Craig's looking up the inside of VTR into Goddard. He's forced the championship leader, the Aprilia rider, to sit up, and Craig leads at the end of the opening lap into Redgate for the second time. VTR retakes the lead, but he's going to run wide, and Craig's going to have the better line. He can set the bike up earlier, get the better run into Hollywood, but VTR holds on and makes the move stick, and all this fine is just allowing Fadley, the Indonesian, to close in, and Craig's just got a lot more entry speed at the moment. Oh, Fadley's wide onto the grass. He comes out just in front of his teammate. But Jack's going to go round outside potentially for a move at McLean's. Oh. Jack's looking up the inside. The two rub together, and Jackson to third, but Fadley's he's got the inside line for Foggies, holding the brakes. He forced his teammate out onto the curb. He's gonna run wide. And Jack takes third back. But Fadley goes up the inside into Melbourne Loop. Hopefully there's no PBM clashes as Hulicar goes up the inside of Schmoyes. Schmoyes actually loses. No, he doesn't. He just holds off reps. And at the front, VTR is holding on to the lead, but Craig's still with him. VTR does set the fastest lap of the race. But it's all going to come down to the tyres. As Aaron now, look, as is. Oh, I think that's just Fadley lagging actually. But Aaron's in 5th, currently on for his best finish in Division 1. So it's a battle for 1st and a battle for 3rd. Oh, Hulicar's gone down at Craners, I think. Oh, and Schmoyes has gone down as well. Oh, and Shea's gone down as well. And that promotes Finley into 7th, Amir into 8th. So it's the top 5 of the riders who are yet to go down. And Craig all over the back of VTRs. They've gone to the wrong person and now the wrong camera. Nothing can separate these two. I think Craig might just have that tiny bit extra pace. But it's all about who is saving the tyres. Because those last few laps is going to be quite pivotal. Pivotal in the real thing. And VTR and Craig both cut the corner. Both out braking themselves, trying to maintain advantage over the other. And Craig's he's closing in, he's closing in, he's going to run wide. He's forced himself to run wide, but that means he's going to get the better exit. But VTR getting a good exit, actually keeping the front end planted on the Prix, which we don't often see. Oh, and Fadley's gone down at Goddard's, another victim of Goddard's, and that promotes Aaron Jacko into 4th place. But Fadley's got enough advantage over reps to maintain the top 5 place. And Finley's closing in on reps, and then in turn will be closing in on Fadley, so Finley could still get a top 5 here. You know, Craig's really fast into the old hairpin, but he's just not close enough to pull off a move, and the old hairpin's a very difficult place to pass anyway. The bikes are starting to move. VTR on the curb there. Oh, Craig's at the inside curb at Starkey's Bridge, and he's gone down. And that now throws Aaron into 3rd. Craig is going to rejoin just in front of Fadley. And Fadley sending up the inside of Craig, and he's knocked him off. Oh dear. Yeah, I might have to be reviewed. I'm not 100% sure on that collision. I don't know if anyone can watch me. If anyone who's watching me can tell me. But yeah, Craig in one moment has gone from. So I said you can go from one moment fighting for the win, and then you're down. And now he's down in 7th. Oh, in fact, there's a big moment, and he's gone down at Goddard's. And Finley, I said he could be inside the top 5, and now he is. Oh, Craig and Fadley have come out another coming together. And Craig's going to retire, and that ultimately means he's going to be starting last for the long race. Schmoyes runs on at Redgate. Chaos is ensuing now. Aaron's in 3rd. VTR in front, leading by 2.3 seconds. It's just about the tyres now. Who's got the most rubber left? The top 3 are the ones not to crash. Whether it be to their own doing or not. While the others doing or not. I don't know if Reps is closing in on Aaron. I can't quite remember the gaps, but the gap between Reps and Finley keeps like spiking between 1 to 2 seconds. So I think through different sectors it changes. But Hulicar, I think, was a bit caught out by the condition. And there's a big moment into Melbourne Loop, and he's gone down. And now he's out of the points. And Jack Burmer's closed in VTR by 7 tenths in the final sector. So if VTR's made a mistake or something, but with 3 laps remaining, it's not over yet. Ooh, and he's at the curb as well, but the front end's held out. Can Jack close in on VTR with 3 laps remaining? It's gonna have to be 6 tenths on average a lap. Not enough. But he's closing in, and he's having the bike's having a big protest on the brakes, just squirming, and maybe VTR's tyres are just going. Gap's now 1.4. Still sliding a lot into foggy S's. Jack hasn't taken victory in a long time. Reps is catching Aaron hand over fist, so Aaron's got some work to do in the final 2 laps to hold on to that podium place. And the gap's now 1 second. VTR, I think he's lost confidence in the braking area. And with 2 laps remaining, we are on here for a showdown for the victory. VTR leads by 1 second. Craig pits again, gets out of the way. Don't quite understand what Craig's actually doing. Oh, and VTR's on the curb. Fadley's gone down again. And Jack is now 7 tenths behind. Jack is gaining and gaining and gaining. Oh, and Hulikov's gone down again. But oh, Jack has a big moment down into the old hairpin, and he's lost 3 tenths of a second because of it. Oh, I think Aaron's made a mistake. Aaron's ran really wide at the old hairpin, and Reps is now looking to try and pass the Prima Prant Racing Ducati. And look at Finley. Finley's closing in, and Aaron's just got no side grip at all. The bike's just chopping and changing all over the place. Reps is looking up the inside into copies, but he can't quite get through. And look at Finley now, 7 tenths back. He can take these 2 if it works out. Down into the foggy S's. Reps is looking up the inside. He's going for it. Now it's the drive down to the Melbourne Loop. Can Aaron fight back? He's just got no grip, but he's going for it. The bike's all over the place. And he's got it done. He's fair play to him. He's got the move. He's made the move stick. As we now go on, as the VTR and Jack go on to the final lap, there's half a second between them. Who's going to win out the battle? Who's going to win this battle as well? 7 tenths, 8 tenths separate these 3 into turn 1. This is a big moment on the front end into Redgate. Jack's right on the back of him. Right back of him, sorry. Or Reps makes a mistake at Redgate. Down into Hollywood and Craner. Oh, Schmoyes has gone down. And VTR has got Jack right behind him. Can Jack steal this on the last lap? VTR. Oh, the both riders have got massive head shakes. Going to McClayton. Jack's actually hit the inside grass and somehow stayed on. But we know Jack's stronger than VTR in the final sector. And I think that's where the race is definitely going to be won or lost. As VTR has a big moment through copies. The bike's just squirming all over the place. He's got no side grip whatsoever. As we go down the back straight. We'll see if we can... Aaron, we can't see Aaron or Reps. Or Finley in the back. We can see him going onto the straight now. We'll keep an eye on the gap. It's now down into Melbourne Loop. Holding the brakes. VTR takes a very cautious, very tight, cautious inside line. The exit. And head towards Goddard's for the final time. Can Jack send up the inside? VTR's going to close his nose off. He's going ultra defensive. Jack's going to ride underneath him though. It's going to be a run to the line. And it's going to be VTR who's going to hold on. Just about. And Aaron's, no way, Aaron's gone down the final corner. Reps has gone down as well. And that means that Finley is going to finish 3rd place on the podium in the sprint race after going down on turn 1. Aaron will take 4th. Shay's going to, Reps is 5th. Shay will take 6th. Amir is 7th. Hulikara, takes the final point in 8th. Fadley's 9th. Schmoyes is 10th. And Craig, who ultimately given up, He's 11th, but VTR, superb defensive riding on that last lap, having no tyre left, not giving Jack any chance at passing, and Jack nearly got him there in the last corner, but VTR just getting the drive to outrun the Gresini Ducati rider. So VTR on first place. It's a Berman 2-3. Finley taking his first podium on MotoGP 23. I'm sure he'll be really happy with that. And it just questions what the hell's going to happen later on, because ultimately tyre wear probably isn't going to be tyre wear could be a factor depending on when the red flag comes out. Aaron will be 4th, Reps is 5th, Shay's 6th, Amir is 7th, Through Car is 8th, Fadley misses out on the points in 9th, Schmoy's in 10th, and Craig rounds out the field in 11th. Right, let's get going. I'm just trying to. I do believe Finley has a long lap penalty, if I've remembered that correctly. So he's going to immediately have 3 seconds. I'm just trying to read the chat. Yeah, he does. So Finley, I'll give it to him on lap 2. That's when I usually give it to him. So there's less chance of me giving it to the wrong person. So here we go. Lights are on. Track's now fully wet, so tyre won't be as big of an issue at the start, and they're off. Jack Berman is on a fantastic launch off the line with reps into second. Unfortunately, Finn's in another poor start as they go into turn 1 for the first time. Shea was a really good. Jay's actually jumped the start. And that's VTL. VTL's got ran on at Redgate, and he's all the way down in 7th place as they go into Crater Curves. And VTL hits the side of Finley, and VTL is down in 6th, so makes up for the championship leader. But Jack Berman out in front, so close to sprint victory. I don't quite know how VTR stayed on there. And look at that, Finley shoving Aaron out of the way, the former Division 2 champions. Aaron is forced to sit up to VTR, and Finley says thank you very much, and VTR runs wide, and Finley's going to go up the inside of him, the 2 former championship rivals from 7 seasons ago. That's a long time. So, down into the Foggy S's for the first time. And Reps has got Shea and Craig, a couple of Aaron's ran on at the Foggy S's. As they all file through. And look at Finley up the inside of VTR. That's a bit tight. But he's made it stick. Fair play to him. Finley's through on the championship leader. So VTL not feeling the full wet conditions yet. He's taking him round the outside, but he's had to use the outside curb, I think. And he's gonna get the better exit though. And VTR is back into 5th place. Quickly give Finley his long lap penalties. Aaron looking up the inside into Redgate. And he's going to take the 2 for the price of 1 maybe, if he can get the exit. Looking up the inside of VTL, but he just can't quite make the move stick. But VTL's on the curb, through Crater Curves. He's run a bit wide in the process. And look at VTR. VTL's got the poor exit out the whole hairpin. Oh, Finley over the curb. Somebody stayed on. And that was up the inside of VTR into McLean's, but he's gone down. The 2 make contact, and unfortunately, the angle of the corner has just caused Aaron to go down. As Finley is still right with them. Craig hounding his teammate Shea, who's got 2 long laps for a jump start. Meanwhile, Jack's out in front. This is going to be a long, long race. The top 7 yet to go down. So ironic, the track's wet and the crashing's been less. And Philly takes a very tight line out of the Melbourne Loop, I have to say, as Craig has moved into 3rd. Craig, who could have taken victory in the sprint, it just all went wrong for him when he crashed at Starkey's Bridge and then met Fadley twice. But Jack with the fastest lap of the race, 7/10 out in front as Hulicar's gone down at Goddard's. And Hulicar's championship is looking like it's going up in smoke. After taking multiple 2nd place and a double victory last weekend as well. All his work is starting to unravel, unfortunately. VTR, meanwhile, is still in 5th. Oh, Fadley's gone down at the Old Hairpin. Oh, when Amir Taifa and Aaron have both gone down as well at the Old Hairpin. So, any of the top 6 are probably the favourites to win the race currently, as Reps has got Craig all over the back of him. Craig just working slowly, started from the back. Made his way through in the opening laps, and he's gone through. Beautiful move at the Foggy S's by Craig, and now he moves into 2nd place. He's 1 second away from Jack Berman, so we're going to see. Craig took pole position in the original qualifying session. He had the pace to win in the sprint. Can he win in the main race? Onto the brakes into the final corner. Just such a variety of lines from people. As we're only just started lap 4, and the rain is going to start to ease off soon. And for some reason, because it's a classic track, there is no such thing as a flag-to-flag event as there was flag-to-flag races. Even, to be fair, the last race here was a flag-to-flag as Fadley's gone down at Redgate. So, I mean, it'd be funny just to watch the riders stay out on a completely bone-dry track and see how long they can survive. As Finley's gone down at Starkey's Bridge. And he rejoins in front in between Schmoyes and Fadley. So I think Schmoyes has actually managed to stay on, but he just hasn't got the pace. So now it's between these 5 for victory. And Craig has set the fastest lap of the race. And Finley's gone down at McLean's. But Craig is starting to close in on Jack Berman. And here comes VTR, he's got the exit out of the Foggies. And the side-by-side. I'm trying to find the right camera. And VTR is through up the inside of Melbourne Loop and is into 4th. Or is he? Shea hits the side of him. We go side by side as I accidentally open the race director modes. And VTR is into 4th. Oh, and Shea, he's gone down. Shea, he could if he didn't want to fully commit to the move because I think he was going to hit. He thought he was going to hit VTR, and unfortunately that's caused his own demise. Craig now half a second off Jack Berman. So Jack and Craig currently winless. They haven't won in ages. These two. Craig hasn't won since Cota in season 12. Jack Berman, I can't remember the last time he won. To be honest, I don't think he's won on this game from memory. I can't remember if he won on GP22. He definitely won on GP21 in the wet at Malaysia. Remember that. He's always been a wet weather specialist. So it looks like it's going to be between Jack and Craig for the win currently, but as the track has stopped raining, the track's going to dry up. This is the turning point. So if it's red flagged after lap 10, it is declared a full race. If it rains before, on lap 10 or before, our iron's gone down again, it means that the race will be rerun. So it's just anxiously waiting to see what will happen. The track's going to start getting drier. The tyres are going to start to overheat. Jack and Craig trading fastest laps as the track's starting to get quicker. And VTR, it's the first time in a long time VTR is generally does not have the pace for the podium here. He's not really closing in on reps. He's taken non-podium finishes, but never on merit from memory. Maybe in the potentially in the first season of season 10 potentially, but since season 11, I don't think there's been a race where he hasn't finished on the podium on merit. Because the gap's just staying stable at 1.3, and I think reps potentially could be closing in on these to start to battle. And Craig's on the outside on the grass, thankfully he's not lost time, and Jack on the inside curve there, and that fight has just cost him 3 tenths, and reps and VTR are starting to close in. We're seeing Craig have a fantastic run out of Foggy S's in the past. He's got so much entry speed into Foggy's that he's actually cut the corner, and that's lost him time. As they go down into the Melbourne loop. Craig at the white line, but stayed on. Reps is on, taking a very tight line, but is unable to find a way through. So these are the 3 that are your favourites currently, and the track looks really dry now. The track is drying fast. The tyres are going to be screeching now. The track is literally bone. You can see it's bone dry. There's no spray anymore. There's still spray. Oh, Finley's gone down at Redgate. There's still spray, but the track, you can barely see the water now, and the tyres are definitely going to be overheating as Jack's lead is starting to dwindle away. He's holding on to it though, but. VTR is the fastest man on circuit, possibly saving his tyres. No, Shea's the fastest rider on circuit. So Shane to made that mistake at Goddard's. He could have been in this fight. Definitely could have been in this fight for victory. He's now down into Foggy S's. He's just waiting to see that red flag pop out. And here comes Craig up the inside. Side by side they go, heading towards the Melbourne loop. Order to make contact again. And Craig's through, reps runs wide, so Craig takes the lead of the race for the first time. Can he start to pull out a gap? He needs to complete 3 more laps to go 2/3 race distance. On to lap 8, the tyres. I wish you could see the tyre gauge, because the amount of red I would see in the tyre wear would be, it's just gonna be dropping like crazy. As Hooley Car's now got down at Goddard, Aaron and Finley might be able to pass him. Yep. Hooley Car's down in last place, and Craig is starting to extend that gap. The sun is out. Fadley's down again. And the bikes aren't moving out around that much actually. You can see the track. The track is, as far as I can tell, it's bone dry. There's still spray coming off the tyres, but it's yeah, it's definitely time for slicks if there could be. Oh, Jack's going up, sending up the inside, and the red flag has come out on the halfway through lap 8. So the race has been red flagged. That would have been the moment to change tyres, but so I don't quite know how many laps are going to be left of this. So it stopped halfway through lap 8, so I'm going to guess they're going to go to lap 9. That'll be 6 or 7 laps. I think this race distance will be. So now everybody's got to run their dry settings. Hooley Car could be saved here. Hulical really could be saved here. He's down in last place. We know his drive pace is one of the strongest. VTR could be saved here because he was on course to finish off the podium. There's a real span into work. This grid's definitely going to be upside down in terms of drive pace. Let's just wait for Finley to ready up. And Craig, waiting for Craig. Just wait, Craig is making some decisions. And here we go. So it's, I don't know how long this race is going to be. I'm thinking 7 laps. 7 or 6 laps. Everyone says they clear visors for some reason. And they don't. Oh, did it? Yeah, they do. Clear visors for everybody. And here we go. Lights are on. And we're off for the restart. It's going to be 8. It's an 8-lap sprint. And VTL's dropped all the way down to 8th, 7th, 8th, maybe even 9th place down into turn 1. It's everybody trying to... Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Big accident between Fadley and Aaron. And VTL's got in the brunt of that, and he's down in 9th. So Jack leads the way through Craner curves into the old hairpin. Shay's moved up into 2nd. Reps is 3rd. Craig's 4th. Craig running a bit wide. And this is the whoa, and Shane, this is where things can be really chaotic because the feeling from riding wets to slicks is, it's just my, and Craig's, oh my lord. That crash was mental, but this is the thing, because there's such a difference from, and the tracks were, right, okay, I did not realise that would happen. The track's now wet. Right, hang on. I know what to do.
Only moments to go until the start of the British Grand Prix. Just a few seconds more, and Donington will become the scene of a real battle between.
So we're gonna have to restart the lobby, and so at least we know it's 8 laps. That's just what happens when you go from wets and you have to ride that way to then you're running slicks. The difference is just crazy.
The riders are enjoying a well-deserved lap of honour.
Oh, you're just mind blown by the amount of grip you have. And you saw people flying all over the place because they're so used to the wet braking points, and now having to ride really conservative. Now they can ride really aggressive, and it just causes absolute chaos. Right, then it is Reps. Then it is Shay. I feel like I've missed VT order. Yeah. Then in 6th it's Fadley. Somehow after his crashes. It's not Schmoes, just wondering how he's able to be in 6th. Then it is Aaron. Then Finley, and then Hulica, and then Amir. Right, everything resumes. Still waiting for Shea Finley to ready up. Now, I've put Finley in 9th, not 10th, because he was on track, he was 9th, and his penalty would count afterwards. So, I'm just waiting for Aaron to ready up. There we go, everyone's readied up, and we can get going for what should be the final race. Hopefully there's another red flag needed.
Only moments to go.
I hope for the effect of all of a sudden being on slicks, the shock wears off. But here we go. We're on the grid again for the 3rd time, 4th time actually of asking. Right, here we go, and we are off. And Vito's a massive wheelie out of the line. What was it? That was a terrible. That's one of the worst. That's really like my start. Mategi. Oh, reps with Craig on these. Oh my lord, I don't quite know what's happened there. But reps has gone down at turn 1 with Craig, and Jack Bourbon's in the lead with Amir in 2nd. Craig and Shea. Shea's in 3rd. Craig's in 4th. Down into the old hairpin. Shea's looking up the inside of Amir. Maybe Craig's still got a bit of shock from the amount of grip he's got. Oh, Craig's gone down! Oh, and Hulico's gone down as well. And Aaron's having to take avoiding action. And Vitor remains in 7th place, with Schmoy's in 5th. Finley's into 4th from 9th. Oh, and Aaron's gone down at Coppis. Hard on the brakes. Whoa. Into the foggy S between Finley and Schmoy's. The two in contact many times. And Schmoy's did overtake Finley during the chicane, so after laying back through. But in the turn, that's going to might cause chaos down into Goddard. Into the final. Vito's trying to take the. Oh my lord. I don't know what Schmoy's was thinking there. I really don't quite understand what went through his mind there to try and do that. And then I've got to give a long lap to Finley as well. So out front, Jack is 1st, Shea 2nd, Amir is 3rd. Shea just wildcarding for the British Grand Prix, and Vitor, I think you got to put your money on Vitor being the fastest rider. But these guys will do a lot of dry testing before they found out it's wet, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But down into Foggies. Currently, Jack's on course to pick up the most points this round. As Reps and Fadley are starting to battle for 6th. Down towards Goddard's. All big moments on the front end for Fadley on the curb. The two make contact. Two lots of contact there. And I think there might be more contact at the red gate potentially. Fadley running a hard rear. I don't quite know if that's the right decision. Is that a hard rear or is that medium rear? That's the medium rear, sorry. I don't quite know what the tyre selection is. It's probably hard, probably medium and soft for the rear. But Jack, fastest lap of the race currently. And Hulicar's gone down at Old Hairpin. So Hulicar's not going to be picking up any points as it stands. And VTR does not have the pace here. He does not have the podium pace. Currently, he's 1.6 behind. He was less than 1.5 seconds this time last lap, so VTR is not on to take a win here, or a podium. Well, so there's still a long way to go, but very strange predicament at the moment. So half a second separates these two. Amir sits in third, 1.4 away, and then he is starting to be closed in on by VTR. So maybe VTR hearing my words, and maybe he's trying to act upon them. Shea taking a lot of curve into turn 1. Not quite sure if that's the right approach, but at the back for 8th, 9th, and 10th, we've got Finley, Craig, and Aaron. But this actually connects all the way up to 6th, so Schmoy's fending off the whole group, and I'm sure Finley would like to get some payback on Schmoy's. And goes up the inside. That's Starkey's bridge, and the Portuguese rider goes through. But Schmoy's is going to attack at McLean's. But he's right. Fadley's actually leading the script, sorry. And rips up the inside of Schmoy's into McLean's. And I think Craig's going to try to take him as well, but he's unable to. Chase still over the back of Jack, and he just got to... Oh, Schmoy's just runs straight on at Foggies. And Schmoy's is forced to concede the position. And now Finley's the next rider up to overtake him. We're going to Goddard's. This is where the move was made. And I think something's going to happen down at the front of the group. Potentially now. So, Craig's got so much pace, but unfortunately it's not happening. VTR fast lap of the race. He's heard me, and he wants this podium. Closing in is, whoa! Jack is all the way. Jack Craig is all the way at the back of Reps, but Reps holding on for now. Rising up the hill into McLean's, but it's just not close enough to pull off a move. Aaron trying to find a way through on Finley. Season 5 and Season 11 Division 2 champions battling it out for the final 2 points. See Hulicar in the background there. Onamia has dropped position to VTR. Can he fight back into the Melbourne loop? I don't think he can. As these guys go into the Melbourne loop now. Reps up the inside and Finley up the inside as well of Schmoy's. But Schmoy's is going to cut back. And they head towards Goddard's. And Craig is through on Reps. Finley's going up the inside of Schmoy's. Really aggressive move. Oh, Aaron, I think at the back of Schmoy's there. And Finley bumps Schmoy's side by side. They go down the straight, heading towards Redgate. Finn's going to outbrake the Austrian. Oh, oh my lord. Schmoy's lost the front end into Redgate. Oh, and Aaron's gone down again, and Finley's forced to run on. But Finley's got the better of the exchange, even though they've both lost time in the process. Oh, and Reps has gone down at the old hairpin. Oh, and Hulicar and Schmoy's are forced to take avoiding action, and Hulicar's gone down for another time as his bike's doing somersaults. Hulicar's actually set the fastest lap of the race as well. Oh, and Fadley's not starting to lag. Oh no. Fadley, don't lag, please. They can't. As Shea goes up the inside of Jack at the Melbourne loop. But Jack's got the cut back on him, and Jack's going to retake the place. It's not showing any kind of gap between the two of them. As Fadley's gone down at the Melbourne loop, Shea's got the inside of Goddard's, but Jack's got the better exit, and Jack's going to hold on to the lead for now. VTR with this battling is going to be closing in on them with 2 laps remaining. Shea looks up the inside at Redgate. Jack giving him all the space in the world. And Jack remains in front, but for how long? Shea trying to find a way through. He's attempted once. Maybe he's got. I think it's got the best chance is to run out of Foggies into the Melbourne loop and Goddard's. That is your best bet of overtaking on the circuit. VTR closing in 4 attempts in the opening sectors. This could be a 3-way scrap on the last lap, with 1.5 remaining 8 attempts separate these 3. And Jack's a bit wide and conservative into Coppice, and Shea's all over the back, and VTR now is just 7 tenths. He's now on the 6 tenths behind. He is closing in. He's gained that belief that victory could be his. There's been moments like the last time we raced in Britain. This exact situation was happening. VTR was having to close in from the back, and he snatched it on the last couple of laps in a freeway battle after the two in front just battled so much that they both ran wide. But Shea running really wide at the Melbourne Loop. That's given whoa, VTR hits the back of Shea. And he's onto the grass, and that might be VTR's chance of victory over, as Amir is going to move in front of VTR and take the podium position. So big mistake from VTR, going maybe a bit too aggressive into the hairpin, and and a big front end shake into turn one. Amir was really slow on the straight for some strange reason. Maybe he's running out of fuel. But Jack, he's got a 7/10 of a second lead. That might just be enough to hold on. Into the and Aaron's gone down, so in through Starkey's Bridge, heading up to Schwantz and McLean's. Jack has been closed in by 4 tenths, and knows he's going to be from what he said in the chat earlier. His heart rate was going through the roof, and it's going to be going through the roof again. The shade's all over the back of Jack now, heading towards the VollGazzRacing for the final time. Down the straight under what used to be the Dunlop Bridge. Hard on the brakes. Shea's got to set up Foggy, surely. And he's ran wide, he's gone to the grass, that might be it. So here we go, down into Melbourne Loop. Jack's just taking a nice line. He does not need to go defensive into this final corner. He can run a normal line, and he'll be all fine. Bradley's gone down the last lap into the final corner. Nice and safe, and Jack Berman is going to take victory. He's going to win at home. He takes the most points from this weekend, and he is finally a winner on MotoGP 23. Shea takes second, VTR is third, Amir is fourth, Craig is fifth, Finley on track at least will finish in his highest position in sixth. I don't quite know where he end up after all the penalties, but Finley takes sixth, Schmoyes is seventh, Reps is eighth, Hoodley Carr will take some points in ninth, and Fradley takes the last points paying position in 10th. With Aaron rounding out the field in 11th. A lot of chaos in that race. Because people have left, so I think it might have crashed. Hope it's not crashed the lobby.
As the riders do their cool-down laps, let's take a look at the final classification.
Okay, it's kind of so Jack Berman is first, VTR second. Shea picked up a penalty. Oh God. So VTR is second, Amir is third, Shea's fourth, Craig is fifth, Finley is sixth, Hooley Carr is seventh, Reps is eighth, Schmoyes is ninth, Fadley 10th, and Aaron rounds up the field in 11th. So considering these guys were doing 1 minute 20, I think 1 minute 20s, from what I remember seeing in the chats, and they were doing 122s. Yeah, so they were going a lot faster in time trial in this race, but we will now move on to our podium finishers. So, you know what? I don't usually go for sprint things, but you know what? Why not? It'll give us 3 interviews. So if we can, we'll go with Finley since he got 3rd place in the sprint. If you can hear me.
Hello. Yeah.
So, Finley, it's been a hard road since returning to racing on this new game. You're many months behind everybody else, but the wet can prove to be an equaliser. And what did it feel like to take your first front row and podium on this game?
Well, to be honest, it's brilliant. Actually, I wasn't expecting too much, to be honest. Coming into, in my pace in the drive wasn't nowhere near as good as it wet. But when I saw it was raining, I thought, oh, here we go, I have a good chance. So in the sprint, in the qualifying, I just went out They had enough time to do 2 laps, and I just didn't mess up any of my 2 laps. That got me onto the front row. But in the race, I had a bit of an incident at the start with Schmaltz. But I come all the way from last up to 3rd. I passed reps at the Melbourne Open, turn 10, just to get past him in an hour and crashed the final. So it's a massive confidence boost. With my times as well in the wet, I had the pace. I was not that far off Jack as well. So if I didn't crash at the start, I believe I could have been at the front with them. And then in the dry as well, coming 6th is my best result in the dry as well. So it's a good confidence boost going forwards. So yeah, I'm actually really happy with this weekend so far. Well done to Jack for winning, and VTR as well for being on the podium as well. Very happy with this.
Yeah, so congratulations, and let's see how you do in the next 4 rounds.
Thank you.
So we now move on to our sprint winner and our 2nd place finisher. It turned out to be VTR. So VTR in the wet. It's a very odd situation, because you had in the sprint, it seemed you had the pace apart from the last lap where your pace fell off the cliff, and then in the regional running of the main race, you had you didn't have the strongest pace at all. You were like 4th fastest in the full rain conditions, but in the dry, you answered my call of why you weren't being quick, and then you found the 2nd place out of nowhere. So how's this round been for you?
Yeah, as you know, I'm not great in the wet conditions. I'm pretty bad in comparison, but today wasn't too bad. You know, I didn't do terrible. You know, the sprint race was good, but my tyres were absolutely horrendous. I just couldn't do anything with them in the sprint. You know, it was so difficult, and you know, in the wet I do struggle a lot. So you know, I'll try my best, but yeah, somehow in the sprint I won. Jack could have easily got a double win this weekend, so unlucky to him for that. But you know, he did take a good 27 points away from this weekend. Wait, no, not 27, whatever it is. Anyway, but yeah. There's very solid from me in that, and you won't believe this. In the main race, you might have saw my start with the massive wheelie. Yes, I used my wet setup in the main race. So hence why I started in anti-wheelie 1, and I was slow throughout the whole race. So yeah, I didn't have any pace whatsoever in the main race because I wasn't using the right setup, and my start was horrific because I was using anti-wheelie 1. So to come away with 2nd place after that, I wouldn't say it's too bad overall. And the start was a mess anyway for me, so I think P2 is probably the best I probably could have got anyway. So yeah, what a mess in the end. But yeah, I'm happy to take away a 1st and a 2nd today, and hopefully next week I didn't use the wet setup in the dry.
Yeah, not ideal situation, but well done nonetheless.
Yeah.
I've known people do it. It's a very easy thing because your brain naturally tells you just to load a setup and you don't think.
Yeah. Also, in addition as well, I hurt my hand in real life today, so that's compromised me for today as well. So happy to finish in 1st and 2nd.
Yep. So well done, and we will now move on to our sprint 2nd place finisher and our overall winner in Jack Berman. Jack, what is it like to take victory after a long time?
I don't even know where to start, to be honest. It was crazy weekend in the in qualifying. We didn't have the best. Well, we had good pace. I probably would have got the front row if I didn't crash in the final corner. But started around about 8th, which is not the worst in wet, but I got a good start. I had to make my way through the pack. Was chasing down VTR. Saw that Craig went down when he's fighting with him. VTR's tyres, I went TCS3 just to save my tyres because I knew from practice that the rear tyre would be gone by about lap 6, or quite near the end of the race. But went TCS3, had a little bit more over VTR in the rear tyre, I reckon. But I was losing every single time I turned into the corner. Though it felt like you're going to lose the front. The bike just felt horrible for the last couple of laps. You couldn't ride it at all. But only a 10th away from the win in the sprint. I probably could have won, but I come exit in the final corner in TCS3. No, not Gear 3. If I was maybe 2, I would have beat VTR to the drag to the line. But in the main race, well, before the red flag come out, I started off really well. I was controlling. I had Craig behind me. Craig was putting on a lot of pressure, but I was leading like all the laps until the red flag come out, or the lap before that. But we started the dry race, and it was unbelievable because it was so weird to go back onto a track you have grip to a track you don't have grip, and I didn't expect to be leading at all. I thought Vital would be there as well. Shay kept me honest until right to the end. But it's unbelievable. Our times were 22s when most of us could be getting low 21s in race pace or mid 21s. But it's my first win since season 7, I think, since 21st of August. I checked this morning just in case anything would happen. But I couldn't really ask for more, to be honest. This weekend I'm super happy, and I think this will help me in the championship fight to get second and close a bit more points on into VTR.
Yeah, well done. So when was the last time you took a victory?
It was Kimi Ring.
So
It was yeah, season 7.
So that is a long time ago.
Yeah, I didn't actually win on track either. I think it was because Platt had a long lap as well.
Yeah.
It was where Meathin and Platt had to take a long lap.
Oh yeah.
But it's good to be back.
Yeah. So that's been it for Donington Park, round 6. Round 7, I'm trying to figure out, I'm not sure if round 7 will take place next week due to the US GP, so it might have to be a double header for the next 2 weeks. Should make things a bit chaotic, but like chaos clearly works, because given today's events have been nothing short of entertaining. But we will see you guys in the next round at Kota and maybe somewhere else as well. Goodbye.